boy do I have a story for y'all today. And for this story, I'm taking you to the deep woods of Newcastle, Virginia. It was here a hunter named Robert was scouting the lands. And off to his right, he noticed a clearing. So he looked, and there was a cemetery. And in this clearing, he could feel a very powerful presence. Something was watching him. Robert decided he would just quickly take a look, so he enters the cemetery. There was about 40 headstones, and fortunately he had his camera with him. He pulls it out and begins to snap pictures. In every picture that he takes, there is an orb. They just look out of place. As he's about to snap his last picture, he hears a twig snap behind him. And then footsteps approach closer and closer. Then he hears a whisper in his ear. His body gets covered in static electricity, and then a hand presses down on his neck. He is absolutely paralyzed in fear. And eventually, as this force lifted, he just took off. So that night, he makes a call to his friend John. He's like, hey dude, I just found this cemetery. You gotta come check it out with me because something weird happened to me. So they decide, let's both go back at night. Now keep in mind, this cemetery is in the middle of these woods. There is no electricity anywhere for miles. It is just pitch black dark. So the next night, Robert and John get together, they get their cameras, and they make the drive to the cemetery. As they stepped out of the car, they couldn't help but feel that this was a terrible idea. All around them is trees and darkness. And then they begin to hear footsteps coming from the tree line. But these footsteps are coming from every direction. And as they shine their lights, they can see things ducking behind the trees. They looked like dark black masses. So then John, who's very brave by the way, says, come on, that's all you got? And then 3 loud stomps charged them. They both freaked out, and Robert pulled up his camera and took a picture. It's in this picture where we see the apparition of a lady with no legs. Here is the picture. Pretty much every picture they took that night, there were orbs, fog, which by the way, it's a clear night, and some of these orbs just look completely bizarre. After about 30 minutes, they decided that they should head out. They were having fun and capturing cool footage, but this is definitely dangerous. Later on, Robert would figure out that some of these gravestones are for the Confederates. But really, there is just like no information on this place. And there's not much information beyond this story. So that's gonna do it.